Hello, snowboarders of the internet. I'm your host, Avran LeFeber, and in this video, we're going to be reviewing the Jones Frontier. It got a nice overhaul for this year. And if you're shopping online and you don't know where to buy from, check out those affiliate links we put down in the description below so you don't have to go hunting for them. This board features Jones's directional cam rocker, so you have rocker in the tips, camber through the midsection, and it's slightly set back. That's going to give you all the load, pop, snap, and drive of traditional camber, but with the rocker in the tips, it's going to give you ease of entry in and out of turns, as well as more optimal powder float. This board is available in 150, 153, 155 wide, 156, 158 wide, 159, 161 wide, 162, 164 wide, 165, and 167 wide for you big boys out there. I rode this board at Copper Mountain on a day that had midday powder panic scrape off. There was ice, which was really weird for the amount of snow that we had, so there was fresh powder off the runs. You could find pockets on the runs. Firm groomers, icy groomers, snow falling at times, zero wind, and I used my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. Overall, this comes in slightly around a middle of the road, directional, all mountain free ride flex. You have a little bit more give in the nose. It progressively stiffens back up to the tail. The torsional flex is very abundant. Now, the big thing to note is there's two key defined flex points. One right where the rocker meets the camber in the nose, and the other right inside that rear foot. So when you flex in or drive into your rear binding to the center, it's going to elevate the center and the nose all the way up. Same thing if you're just flat basing and you push into it, that rocker is going to really elevate a little bit more, and it's going to have a little bit more play to it. When it comes to stability, it's moderately stable. Someone that's an intermediate coming off rental boards or a beginner board, they're going to think this is absolutely great. Someone that knows how to ride, they're going to be like, this is kind of lively, and that means I got to keep my knees bent and be prepared for that. By and large, this board can get bucked around at high speeds and rutted out terrain, and you're going to notice some flap at speeds when you're on a groomer, and that's going to slightly resonate back underfoot. You're going to feel a little foot fatigue with this board if you're really aggressively charging, but for who this board is actually for, I think that they're going to be like, holy crap, this thing's super stable. I love everything about it. Like I said, if it's a more seasoned rider, you're probably going to be like, yeah, there's better boards from Jones. Holy crap, does this thing boost. I hit a side hit with next to no speed and probably went about 5 feet straight up with it. This thing is easy to engage. Like, you do not get any fight from that camber. When you roll back on the tail, it becomes a springboard and it's just going to launch you up. With any speed, if you hit a roller or a side hit, you're going up and out with it. This thing absolutely boosts. Compared to the old Frontier, this thing has so much more pop. So much more. We're about halfway through this review. Have you given it a thumbs up? Cool. Have you subscribed? You haven't? Why aren't you doing that? Go subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the programming we've got coming out for you. And believe me, we got a ton of programming. Hundreds of videos. Hundreds. Yeah, I know. Crazy, right? It's actually kind of easy to butter on this thing. You do have some slight 3D shaping in there. The big thing is with that more pointy nose, if you're really pressing into it, this will hook up and start to spin you around the tail. You don't have that issue with it. So if you're doing like a sloppy nose roll where you just kind of come in and go over it, you're going to feel that hook and it's going to spin you around. If you're in fresh snow, it cuts through it a little bit easier. Basically, this is like my first free ride pow butter type of deck. You're going to be able to do that, you know. It's easy to engage, but it's not going to be one of those things where you're like, oh my God, this is mind-blowing. It's more like, well, I did it, and I didn't die. Congratulations. Pat myself on the back. Carving. This board is very fluid and nimble edge to edge. It wants to be on edge, and it wants to transition very quickly. It's easy to ankle steer it, and you just notice for those short, tight, quick carves and medium mellow ones that you can just go toe heel, toe heel, toe heel with relative ease. Now, when you want to go to a deeper, harder carve, you need to make sure that you're on the right pitch, the snow conditions are perfect, and there's not a big crowd, especially if you're going to drop that knee with it. It's one of those boards that requires a little more space, and even then, you got to kind of tone back how hard you're going to drive this thing because you can overpower it. For an intermediate rider, I don't think they're going to have this problem. More advanced rider, you're going to be like, what the hell? I'm just over torquing it. Can it carve? Yes. Will it lock in? Yes. Is it smooth on edge? Yes. But there are limitations, as I mentioned, so you just want to be prepared for that. Rider in mind, this is a great board for the progressing all-mountain freeride person. Like what we're doing over here? Want to support us further? Swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. The Frontier needed this overhaul, and what they did, they made this so much better. It's quick edge to edge, it's good on a groomer, it's good in POW, it's nimble in the trees. It's just good all the way around. Now, is this the board for me? Hell no, it's not. But for a progressing intermediate rider, I think this is very, very solid. Comparable boards, the Yes Pick Your Line, the Ride Moderator, the Rossignol One. Binding recommendations, the Jones Meteorite, the Bataleon Blaster Asim Wrap FASE, the Union Force. All right, this has been my review of the overhauled Jones Frontier 2.0. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I don't know why you're leaving a hate comment, but you are. Anyways, if this isn't the board for you, go watch one of our other reviews.